first tip is create space when getting low or pushed. Knowing when to create space is very important. That is why most pros don't lose fights, because they know when and where to create their space if they are getting hard pushed or an intense fight. Creating space can make the other players impatient and make them just to try and spray into your box. By creating space, you have the advantage because you will easily be able to piece them up if they continue to spray. When you are in FNCS and you are boxing up before a moving zone or in a moving zone to heal up or just to get back with your duo, you will want to use hard mats. Use your light materials to tarp or to build if getting shot at or even in a build fight. Try to always play 2 seconds before your opponent. You will always want to be ahead of the player you're fighting. It gives you the biggest advantage by always getting in their box and in their head. If you can predict everything they do, they will most likely not want to fight you or you'll just kill them. A good pro who does this is polarized. He's always predicting and playing off those predictions on the other players. The next thing is pre-piece. Pre-piece is placing boxes in appropriate areas. You want to have multiple boxes in space as you are moving around your opponent. It gives you the edge over them. Pre-piece is like placing a build, then remembering where you placed it and using it to your advantage. An example of this is when you are in a fight and you place a floor below them. Remember that later on when they are healing in that box. You can then use this to your advantage by editing down and full boxing them. I would just like to say before we get into the next couple of ticks, thank you guys for 430 subs. We are so close to 500, and you guys are making my dreams come true of becoming a content creator. Anyways, back to the video. Playing around the other player's playstyle. Figure out their playstyle. In the first 10 seconds of fighting, if you figure out their playstyle by the time you are not too deep into a fight, it can really help you. By knowing how they play, you can play the complete opposite or to your advantage. Most pros do this by figuring out the kid's playstyle off the get-go. That is why most fights with pros don't last that long, is because when they already know how they're going to kill them. The last thing, guys, is most of your IQ and awareness of the game comes from the amount of time you spend on the game and how competitive you play it. If you are just running pubs most of the time, it is most likely that you aren't getting challenged enough to grow your awareness and IQ. Challenging your mind and body are some of the most important things in growing as a person and just in games in general. Most pros have thousands of hours on this game, and that is why they are growing as a player. They are also challenging themselves with comp tournaments every day. Watching pro players is another good way to grow your awareness and IQ. If you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you want to know how to never lose a fight in Fortnite again, click on this video right here. Peace, guys.